Hey you guys, Key here. So say yeah, I'm back here. So today we're gonna do a story time because I see that these are popular on YouTube. So this story time is going to be how I got fired. So let's get right on. So I'm going. It started like I've been at my job. I was at my first job and I was there for 3.5 years. So my 3.5 years coming up, this was around seasonal time, so other jobs was hiring, and I let my HR manager know that I will be like filling out for apps so she could get a heads up, and then I let her know that I got hired at I was working at Kmart, and then I got hired at Gap. Around this time, a lot of people was giving, like, they would say that she's bad at sorry if y'all see that right there, that's me. She was bad at like scheduling with other jobs. Like if you have other jobs, she won't schedule you, and then like if you had a job, like you can't stay past a certain time, she would schedule past a certain time, stuff like that. And so I never had an issue out of her until up until that first year. So this is around seasonal time, like I said. Gap was hiring, and I filled out that November-ish is when I filled out the app, and then like the next day I got a call back from them. So it was pretty quick. So I was excited. So I was doing the interviews and everything like that. They paid me $8.50 an hour. At my first job, I was getting paid minimum wage, which it was at the time $7.25. So I'm like, they got more coins. I'm like gonna be on their side. I'm like, So as I started working at Gap and letting her know, well, I gave her my schedule ahead of time so that she could work with my Gap schedule, but I told her that I could not work the first job at I believe it was at night. At nights, I couldn't work past like 4 o'clock or something like that. So, because I would do 5 to maybe 10, 5 to 10 at Gap. So I would work like a morning shift, like 8 to 4, then 5 to 10 at my other job around the holiday season. So as time progressed, she started fucking with me. Like, she really tried me. And one time she tried me, and I asked her, could I leave because I have to be at work, and I told her that I have to be at work in this certain time. I work in the layaway department at my job, so it was enough people to work around my schedule. And it was enough people, it was a lot of people that had second jobs as well, but it was enough people in my department to work around my schedule. And plus people wanted hours, so it was like, there you go. So she really just started, like, my schedule started to not add up to what I was giving her. So me being me, and I really don't let people get to me, but I really try not to let people get to me, for real. Like, it really takes a lot in me to like go off on somebody. Like, I really don't have time for the pettiness, and I don't have time being petty, period. So at the time she was scheduling me, at first I was like, okay, I'm gonna see if she gonna fix this mistake that she's making, basically. But she didn't. So what I did this multiple times as well. So what I did was, one day I had to be at work at 4. I was actually late. I left at 4:10. I had to call in, and I made an excuse saying like my car is down or some shit like that. I was at work. Like, it's not good to lie, but I didn't want to make a bad impression because I just started working the damn job, okay? They don't know that I don't work there anymore, so it is what it is. So I left. I walked up to the clocking station, and I clocked my ass right out. I didn't hear nothing after that because I tell her, I gave you this certain schedule, and you're not following that schedule that I gave you. So therefore, I clocked out on when it was time to go. My job and both of my jobs was like 1 or 2 minutes from each other. Like, I worked in the mall, and then I worked at Kmart. So Kmart is right here. The mall is like right here. So it was like 1 to 2 minutes from each other. So it didn't take me long to get there. Thank God. But I clocked myself right on now, honey. I was not playing. I need every single coin that God has given to me. Like, I need all of my coins. And she was playing with my coins, and I when it comes to my money, I do not play. But then I did that for a couple of times. But then December came around. So at the time, she kind of fixed it, but I really wasn't caring. So I would clock out, leave. She wasn't really saying anything, so I kept going with it. But as time went, she got it together a little bit. I would have really little hints and dinks there, but we had like a nice manager that would work it out with me. So on to December, Christmas Day, I actually lost somebody dear and sweet to my heart. I really, my family is huge, and thank God that we don't have a lot of people just dropping like flies every day or like I like when it comes to stuff like that, I take it really hard because it hardly happens, and I thank God that it hardly happens. So I lost someone dear and special to my heart. So I took that to the heart, and the next day I had to go to work, which was the 26th. I remember this day like it was. Yeah, going to work, I was angry. I was just, all my emotions were on my face. All my emotions, I lashed out. So we had this manager. Okay, yeah, I should have been talking about him at first. But we had this manager that they promoted. He didn't have the experience to be a manager, and they asked everybody to be a manager in that department, but they only wanted to give us 25-cent raise. So everybody said no. So then nobody wanted to take part of that. So they gave him 25 cents, and he took it. We was like, you go ahead and have that, because you have to deal with customers cussing you out, and I can't take no ma'am, no sir, whichever one you prefer. Well, they'll cuss you out. If stuff was missing, you would just get cussed out basically by people, and people didn't have patience. So we had this manager, and he would like get slick. He would like make slick remarks like here and there. So that day he made some slick remarks to me. Like I went off on him. I went off on my HR manager. Like, I keep asking you to schedule me at a certain time, and you're not getting it right. Like, I really went there. I was pissed that day. Like, I went off on my manager. I went off my department manager. I went off on the manager of the store, and I went off on my HR manager. Okay, that's how pissed I was. Because it was all my frustrations. When something happens, all my frustrations build out at once. And if you ever did something to me and you say something slick at that time, I'm gonna cuss you out, or I'm gonna like let you have it. So they had it, and I guess they went to their office and did a little bit of that, a little bit of this. But I was the bigger person, and I did apologize to every last one of them. I apologized. But I knew in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna get fired today. I'm gonna get fired today. And with that, I did want to leave. I did want to leave my job, but it was my first job, and that job gave me a lot of experience. I won't like put it down on that. Like, that job gave me a lot of experience. So all my jobs now, I can't say that job allowed me to get all my jobs that I have now, because I was there for 3.5 years. I know retail from front to back. So I knew that day I was gonna get fired. One, because it was just like a terrible bad day for me, and I have to go off on all three of them. And with one, I was missing days of work because she we're gonna call her Miss Picky. Miss Picky wasn't working with my schedule. Second, I went off on the store manager, so she was just irritating as fuck. 3, I went off on the department manager. I didn't like his ass. I'm sorry. I didn't like his ass. Never will, never. And he inboxed me one day on Facebook. And I'm like, what you inboxing me for? I'm thinking about it like, what you inboxing me for? We ain't got nothing to talk about, sir. On me. It's like, Keyshawn, can you come to the HR office, please? Or whatever the hell they called it back in the day. The HR manager's department, please. Can you come back there, please? I walk back there. and I had my big girl panties on because I'm like, I know I'm finna get fired. I knew that day I was gonna get fired, and I really didn't care. Like, I really didn't care. So I walked in. I was like, I'm getting fired, ain't I? Because they had the papers on there. I'm like, I'm getting fired, and this is my HR manager. And the manager, like, I was like, I laugh. I'm like, oh, I signed those papers of goodbye. I signed those papers of deuces. And the manager was like, well, you're taking this good. I'm like, I have another job. I'm not gonna be sad because I don't have to find me another job. That day was like a bad day for me, but then it was a good day for me because I went out that motherfucker so strong. I went out of there so strong, you guys. Like, woo! Like, after that day, I was happy. I ain't never been happier in a workplace. That didn't leave that damn job. And I never ever went there after. My mom worked there. I only went there to go pick her up or something like that. I was so grateful that they fired me. Because I won't go quit. I won't go quit because it was my first job. Like, but I was so glad they fired me. It made my day. And everybody was like, why you get fired? What happened? Everybody was sad when I left. Because I've known some of them since I was 6. So that's my story of how I got fired. And I really, really am happy. Been happy ever since that day. But I mean, when I put it on my applications, I'll tell them why I got fired. And I got fired because I was missing days from work because my HR manager wouldn't work with my schedule. So, but this is the side of me that you guys don't see. So if you guys want to hear more story times or stuff like that, if you guys like story time videos from me, oh, and if you guys are wondering what kind of hair I have in, I will be having an unboxing and stuff like that for this hair. This is how I got it. I've been wearing like this for the past 2 weeks. I haven't washed it or anything just yet. So I really didn't want to put up a review because I haven't really like washed it or anything yet, but I will have a video on this hair soon, so I will talk to you guys later. I hope this was interesting for you by the time I got fired. Shout out to Kmart. Shout out to Gap for giving me the opportunity.